what's going on, YouTube? It's BBSP. Holla at y'all one more time, man. And I've been doing a lot of thinking and observing, man. And it seemed like your Lakers right now they're 3-3. They're trying to figure shit out and everything. And I think they play tonight. I'm not sure, but for me, seems like Russell Westbrook is really starting to catch on a little bit, but you still have a little bit of doubters out there. You know what I mean? That will doubt this will be a good fit, and you're already hearing people saying get rid of him, saying dumbass shit, trade him. It's not even December yet. It's not even fucking November yet. We're in the last day of October, and October 31st is shit, right? And you already got people out here panicking. You already got people out here trying to pay GM, trying to disrupt the building chemistry and trades. Like we got to get this. We got to give this shit time. But at the same time, it's just some games where, like I said before, man, I'm a big fan of Russell Westbrook. I'm a huge fan of Russell Westbrook. Okay, but for me, it's decision making. It's just I don't want to say it's the decision making is costing the Lakers, but in regards to himself, in regards to actually wanting it, actually trying to achieve something and trying to win, wanting to win, Russ could be your own worst enemy sometimes. It's like he's engaged to the point where he tries to do everything. He tries to take everything on his shoulders and try to shoulder everything by himself. And when you're geared to go 100 miles an hour and then some, it's very hard to shake that. Now again, I'm not making no excuses for Russell Westbrook, but at the same time, when you're playing at a certain way, it takes time. It takes time, and it takes consistency to actually adjust your role and shit, right? And it seems like to me, Russ is still trying to figure shit out. I mean, you're gonna have some games to where, hey, him and Russ, him and LeBron, maybe might have a good game, together. They might be effective. Other games, it might be a little shaky and shit. But I don't know, man. For me, it's just I'm not going to go off the deep end and say trade Russell Westbrook like some people on here. And then you got some people on here saying that the only reason they brought in Russell Westbrook was because to deflect blame off LeBron and AD, which is one of the biggest crocs of bullshit I done heard and shit. And we all know where that shit is coming from. The same usual suspects, the same BS people here on YouTube. We know who the fuck they are. But goddamn, man, they only played 6 games together, and it takes time to build chemistry. But at the same time, I don't know, man. Like, I'm still holding out small case of hope that this shit works out. But then again, I don't want to turn this into a situation to where they got to trade Westbrook to make shit fit. I mean, they don't even have their full roster in there yet. We can't really judge on this shit until we got a full roster. Trevor Ariza is hurt. Kendrick Nunn is hurt. Wayne Ellington hasn't played yet, So, okay, like, we can't really fully judge this roster until all the pieces are there. Once all pieces are there, then we'll see what's going on. Because I think you can still be a effective team with Russ, AD, and LeBron out there with a couple of shooters. Though AD's gonna have to play the five for this shit to work. No more of this trying out two big men at the same time. But the only problem is Anthony Davis seems to reluctant to play center, and after selling Wolf tickets off this off season and shit, talking about he was gonna play center, I have yet to see a game where he's playing center. Now he's having a dominant start this season, but it seems like to me, I don't know, man. It's like they're not having no impact. His impact ain't there like it was in 2 years ago. But maybe that's just me. Like I said, the season is still young, and they're trying to work this shit out. But I don't know, man. It's like we got to see the Lakers' full roster to actually make a decent decision. You know what I mean? We got to, we got to give this thing an opportunity. You know, this thing might work. Then this thing may not work out. You know, I don't want to be in this scenario as to where everybody's going to blame Westbrook, and then you got a certain section of people to where they're going to blame LeBron for Westbrook playing bad. Because you know you're going to have dumbasses out here saying LeBron is holding Westbrook back. The only reason they brought Westbrook in is because they try to deflect blame and shit. All this psychoanalysis, all this backwards narrative bullshit, you know. And I don't know, man. I'm hoping this small. We got it. We like at the end of the day, and the bottom line, man, we got to give this roster a shot, healthy, because right now they're not healthy. But Frank Vogel is not helping matters when you play goddamn Rondo and Westbrook at the same goddamn time, man. Like, what is this guy? And any of y'all Lakers fans out there can tell me what the hell is going on with this man? What is the hell is going through his mind playing Rondo and Westbrook at the same time? You know? I mean, it don't make sense. It's ass backwards. And that lets me know right there, Vogel's just a lame duck coach. Vogel is a lame duck coach. I understand you got a limited roster and shit, and there's injuries going on right now with your roster. But goddamn, have some common fucking sense. Have some common sense with that shit. Now, there's only 6 games so far. The season's like maybe a couple weeks old, right? Maybe a week and a half old. We gotta give this shit time, man. You know? But you got all these doom and gloom, doomsday scenario motherfuckers out here talking about already, let's blow the team up. Thinking they some type of GM and they can see down the road and shit. So this is why I don't project shit, you know? Because we don't know how shit is gonna turn out. You understand? I mean, we got it. We saw a glimpse of it Friday, you know, that this combination, this trio could actually work, you know, but I still say Russ and LeBron alternate bringing the ball down the court. I still say Russ should be handling the ball 3 quarters, they play off the ball. Just cutting to the basket. Getting cuts. Taking mid-range shots, because that seemed like his bread and butter, man. In some cases, Russ can bring the ball up the court and shit, and LeBron can play in the post, like right on top of the key, you know. And maybe in transition, he can bring the ball up into some cases, you know. But AD's reluctance to play the 5 and shit is really holding his team back. If AD were, he ain't even got to commit himself to playing the 5 the entire game. Just in certain spurts. If he were able to do that, this team would be damn near unstoppable, man. They'd definitely be the favorites at that point. Definitely be the favorites at that point, you know? But AD's reluctance, man, to play the goddamn 5 is really holding this team back. And I don't know what's going on with this guy, man. Like, I sound like a broken record, man. He's out here proving his detractors right that he's street clothes and he's soft. I never, I don't register in that bullshit. But still, you out here proving your detractors right. And add on top of the fact that looks like to me you didn't even commit yourself to the weight room in the off season. God damn it. And you're injury prone. And the way to prevent that is to get yourself in the weight room and change your diet. It just seems like AD is doing everything ass backwards. And that statement talking about he's a champion now, he's got nothing else to prove. That's just overall uninspiring and underwhelming, man. And like I said, bottom line for me, we need to give this thing at least a couple more, like maybe 15 more games, okay? We can't just sit here and say, oh, this shit ain't gonna work out. Oh, this shit is gonna happen. Oh, this ain't gonna happen. Like just because just because a team is struggling early on doesn't mean it's gonna be that all season. The one thing they got going for them is their full roster ain't intact yet, man. But at the end of the day, they gotta sew some shit up. And I don't want to do, like to be a situation to where Russell Westbrook is so much of a minus on his team to where, god damn, everybody don't want to trade him now. Everybody wants to blame him. But I don't understand it. I don't get it. It seems like to me Russ could be a liability or he could be an asset on this team depending on what this team does, man. Depending on what this team does, But I think it's up to Russ to figure it out, man. And I know he's smart enough to know, and he has the IQ to know that you can't let opportunities like this pass you by, man. You really can't, And I think with LeBron being in his ear and all those veterans on his team being in his ear, Rondo, I think he's gonna be able to adjust, man. You started to see that Friday night. Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to adjust. You understand? But yeah, man, I don't want to, to the point where they starting to shit on Russ and everybody wants to trade it. That's my bottom line for this shit. But let me know what y'all think. Hit the like. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget, make sure y'all subscribe. And I'm gonna get at y'all in a minute.